You're watching Team E Outdoors, presented by Slay Odor Neutralizer. Team E Outdoors is brought to you by Spectra Shot. This shotgun shell eliminates doubt.
USOC Adventures TV is brought to you in part by Spectra Shot. This shotgun shell eliminates doubt.
Folks, welcome to Team E Outdoors presented by Slay. I am your host, Captain Rick. We are at the New York State Sportsman Show in Syracuse, New York. It's wintertime here, but the first segment we're going to take you to is goose hunting in November, right down the road in Cayuga County.
Today we're hunting the New York regular goose season with a trip winner from the USOC Adventures TV, Mike Baba. He's never waterfowl hunted before. This is his first time. I love first timers.
Had no idea what it would be like, but the adrenaline rush when I was laying in the blind just waiting for John to make the call, my whole body was just coursing with adrenaline. It was something.
The conditions today for this hunt, they're not that bad. Really good conditions, really good wind, not too much wind, just enough wind to get these birds to work. We're hunting traffic. This isn't an X field, this is a traffic field. The idea of running traffic is you're not on the X, you're not where the birds want to be. The migration is on here in the Finger Lakes. It's been going on for the last couple weeks right now. So we're getting fresh birds steadily. Hunting a trafficking field, we wanted to use the best realism decoys we had, the Higgin Alpha decoys. Running traffic can be better if you can read the birds, figure out what they want, and do it quickly. The trip winner, Mike, he was asking a lot of questions in the beginning of this hunt, asking where am I going to shoot these birds? Where are the birds going to land? I told him, you're not going to shoot them on the ground, you're going to shoot them in the air. They're going to finish right in the hole. He was asking me, where are they? Where are they? I'm laughing. I'm trying to keep him calm, keep him focused, keep him settled down so when it's time to call the shot, he can get on a bird and harvest it cleanly.
It was a good time. I didn't know what to expect. Never had bird hunted at all, so this was quite a treat.
Finally, we get a 15, 20 bird group on the deck, calming perfect. I said to Mike right next to me in the blind, I said, Mike, get ready. These birds are gonna be right at your boot bag. They're gonna be in your face.
Kill him!
Four birds fell. Unbelievably enough, 3 of them were banded. Awesome. And I know the trip winner, Mike, shot one of them banded birds. He was using blue ammunition from Spectra Shot. I field dressed the bird. It was his bird. I've been hunting waterfowl here just east of the Finger Lakes for 25 years. I haven't shot a lot of banded birds. To harvest 3 birds banded in the cornfield in the eastern Finger Lakes is unbelievable. Throughout the country, everybody wants to shoot bands. Everybody wants that fancy lanyard with all their bands on it. It's bragging rights. And for him to come out his first hunt and harvest a banded bird, incredible. It got to be about 9 o'clock in the hunt. I'm thinking migration. Sure enough, here they come from the north, high flyers, real talkative birds, hungry birds. They wanted to eat. When the migration gets like that, you gotta get aggressive with everything you have in your arsenal. You're flagging, you're calling. The Mulkey EX3D short reed goose call very fast, loud, just what these migrators like. They want to be aggressive, they're hungry, they want to get to the ground. You got to get them to the ground. The rig 'em right, hypnotize their goose flag, get on it. Flag them, flag them, flag them. Some of these birds want to be flagged right to the ground. You got to keep them excited, you got to keep them focused. 10 to 15 minutes after working these birds, maple leafing, barrel rolling, getting skinny, wanting to get in the field, I said to Mike, the trip winner, get ready. It's about to get crazy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for donating the trip, and I never won anything of any significance in my life. So this was a real treat. Not knowing what to expect, it was a thrill. It was a real thrill.
The camo we're using today, Striker Blind Camo. Excellent camouflage, very versatile. Cornfields, buckbrush, cattails, you disappear. The ammunition we're using on this hunt is Spectra ammunition. I got it. It's a colored shot. You know what birds you shot when you field dress the birds. Mike had a great time in the field, in the blind, experienced some awesome stuff.
Thanks for coming out and hunting with us, Mike. It was an excellent hunt,
John,
man.
thanks for having me.
Yeah.
This was a blast.
Yeah, your first waterfowl hunt. I hope it was everything you expected and more.
It was very cool.
He was into the whole hunt, asking a ton of questions. He's gonna be buying some decoys. He had the time of his life.
Welcome back, folks. U.S. Outdoorsman Central is a veteran-owned business, and we support our veterans, every single one. This week, we visit the cornfields of upstate New York and hunt Canadian geese with veterans Jake and Kyle.
On this hunt, we're hunting the September goose season in the northern Finger Lakes. On this American Comrades hunt, we're hunting with Jake Scott, retired Marine Corps vet, and also Kyle Clifton, retired Army vet. When we bring the American Comrades on these hunts, we try to give them the full education of the hunt. Why we're in the field, why the birds are feeding in the field, and why we're setting the rig up the way we're setting it up. We have some great companies that help support getting these American Comrades into the field. They give us the necessary tools to get these comrades out in the field and to accommodate them. Without these great supporters giving us the resources to get these American Comrades out in the field, we wouldn't be as successful at our mission, getting these guys out in the field doing what they love to do. Today, we're hunting with Andy Shamp with Molt Gear Calls.
They worked pretty good, huh? Yeah.
Andy Shamp is a world-class goose caller. He's very good at finishing these birds in the hole. The conditions were ideal for a September goose hunt here in the northern Finger Lakes. The temperature was 50 degrees, the wind was great. Wasn't too fast, wasn't too slow. Perfect wind, 10 to 12 miles an hour out of the south. It was a recently planted wheat field. The wheat was 2 to 4 inches tall, ideal food for this time of year, light grains to get these birds to start their migration. I knew this was going to be a great hunt. The birds were in the area, the temperature, the wind, everything was perfect.
Look at this flock out front, guys. Gun right here, single.
Off in the distance, coming hard, was a single goose. Andy Shamp and I instructed Jake to kill the single goose. Jake was all excited. High fives were going everywhere.
How about it?
That is why we do what we do at the American Comrades. The morning flight is perfect. Birds are working, birds are finishing. Jake and Kyle, they are jacked up. We were off to a great start. Hour into the hunt, we got birds on the ground.
Nice shot! Come on, get
Nobody got the goose on the ground.
Nice shot, dude.
We got some shooters, huh? We're not used to this.
At American Comrades, we want these veterans fully involved with the hunt. Why we set the decoys the way we set them, where we set up in the field, why we hunt the wind, the sun, the temperature.
Realism is everything when you do this stuff, especially with a low stubble field. With the tip of the migration starting, beginning of the migration, birds are coming down out of Canada. We had some real frosty nights in the last couple of nights.
Yeah.
These birds, they're reacting very well to everything. The molt gear calls, the Higdon decoys. Our hide is good. We got a great hide. Everything's just perfect.
John, he's using the same exact call. EX reflex, all acrylic. It's got your high ends, your low ends, your real high pitches, you know, and these geese seem to be loving it.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys,
eating it
but
up.
I'm having a blast. Yeah, this is like a hunt from a storyline, man.
Yeah.
This is, these birds are doing it right.
We want to educate these soldiers so they can experience the full passion of the hunt.
Get her done.
Hey, John, how about some of that Spectra Shot?
Here you go. Blue.
Thanks, man.
Today, I would like to thank our great supporters that supply us with all our hunting gear. Spectra Shot Ammunition, excellent steel shot, color-coded shot that provides us with the identification on who shoots the birds. Higdon Decoys, the Higdon Alpha 3Ds is as real as it gets. American Comrades Waterfowl provides us with all our ground blinds and our blind bags. Slay Face Paint, the best face paint in the business. Easy on, easy off. Molt Gear Duck and Goose Calls. The Molt Gear EX3D, unbelievable goose call. Striker Blind Camo keeps us undetected. All these loyal companies are great supporters to the American Comrades. Today's hunt, we're fortunate to have one of our vital tools to our hunting, to our scouting, our aerial drone. Because we are able to view our decoys, the rig, how everything is set up from the bird's view. Just like in all kinds of hunting, the conditions do change during the hunt.
Yeah, but see what they're doing? They're setting up on that corner, but it's like the wind blows.
Yeah, they should slide.
It's like the wind's blowing them, but they're sliding at the last second right on top of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna put a couple
it's hard
more.
to center them.
I'm gonna put a couple more full bodies around the high lookers once.
The wind shifted directions. We had to adjust the decoys so we could maintain the confidence in the birds to get them to finish. It was a great hunt. We got a pile of birds on the ground, and Jake and Kyle performed like true veterans today. Their trigger finger has to be sore.
Kyle.
Woo! Not only did we harvest a pile of birds, Jake and Kyle got a full understanding what it takes to hunt these September geese.
This is my first goose hunt ever, and I hope everyone from here on out is like this, even though I know they're not all gonna be awesome like this one was.
Andy and John on the calls really was tearing it up for us. Couple of skilled dudes right there for sure.
Just being able to get out in the outdoors, and I've been down at Walter Reed for going on 2 years now, and anytime I get a chance to get out and do something like this is awesome.
I had a great time, you know, first goose hunt of the year, my first successful goose hunt in 10 years or better, you know. Best one I've ever been on for sure.
It's just nice to get a break, get out, get away from that, you know, get back to doing something that I enjoy, so it's fun. Even though it's my first time goose hunting ever, but deer season's right around the corner, and I'm looking forward to that.
Nice start to fall, you know, get out of summer and hunting's in the air, you know.
Once our first wave of birds came, they finished perfectly. We shot, I don't know, 5, 6 birds out of the group. These guys got jacked up. They jumped right out of the blinds, ran out, got their birds. We didn't need a dog. These guys were fired up. You know, doing this stuff with these guys, it's the least we can do. You know, getting these guys out in the field, whether it's hunting, fishing, hiking, camping, these guys need a pressure release.
We were so glad to see the enthusiasm and the excitement out of Jake and Kyle.
Folks, U.S. Outdoorsman Central and USOC Adventures TV is a veteran-owned business, and we support all veterans. This week, we visit the New Jersey marshes and hunt snow geese with Army veteran Kevin Workman.
Today, on the American Comrades, we follow U.S. Army veteran Kevin Workman as we team up with Roy Trainer of Muddy Waters Waterfowling on a unique waterfowl hunt.
This is my first hunting snow geese.
Going to be sitting on the bayfront in Delaware Bay. Geese are going to be coming out of the marsh, coming out the grit. We're going to be waiting for them.
Also, on this hunt are some very special people that will give our American Comrades the best experience possible. Joining us is Michael Bard and Kevin Addy of Greenhead Gear Decoys and Michael Shea of Outdoor Life Magazine.
I've hunted snow geese for 20 years, but I've never done this, like out in the marsh like this, so it's going to be a new experience for me, honestly.
It's the tail end of the migration here in South Jersey. Birds are pushing north into Pennsylvania and New York. Birds were flying, and we were all taking in the experience of what Mother Nature had to offer. The rig was ready, and over 200 decoys were spread out. The guns are locked and loaded with Spectra Shot ammunition, and our veteran was super excited. The birds were trickling around throughout the marsh looking to feed, and next to me in the rigmarole blind was our veteran, and he had an itchy trigger finger. The snows came in perfectly right to the decoys, and we told Kevin to let it rip.
Go.
It was Kevin's first time snow goose hunting, but we couldn't celebrate long because the birds were leaving the roost. As the birds left the roost, unfortunately, they were headed in a different direction in the marsh. Our guide, Roy Trainer, thought it was time to adjust the rig.
There's still a pile of birds back there. South Jersey is probably one of the northern areas of their wintering grounds. I'd say they get here sometime mid-November to early December, and our wintering geese will hang here until the end of January, beginning of February. Beginning of February on an average year, the birds will start migrating north again. These birds, the southern area of their wintering grounds is all the way down in North Carolina. and they're probably the last ones to push up through. We're probably, this time of year, we're probably starting to see North Carolina birds and Virginia birds coming up through here.
Loving every minute of it.
Guys ready to get in?
With the tide rolling out, we adjusted the rig one last time. Roy knew we had to make the rig more visible. The birds are working a sandbar about 1,000 yards out in front of us. We were able to get a few small groups to give us a good enough look to harvest a couple more birds.
It was quite something. I didn't think that many snow geese were down here.
I'm gonna go show you what these snow geese do to the marshes down here in South Jersey. How they grub the root up and pretty much devastate the marsh. I mean, you got anywhere from a couple thousands to tens of thousands of snows in some of these areas, and they'll just devastate hundreds of acres of marshland in a single area. And once they get in and grub it out and open it up pretty good, it takes years, sometimes never grows back.
With the tide low and the sun high, we knew the day has came to an end. With everything the marsh has to offer, I encourage to give Roy Trainer and Muddy Waters Waterfowling a call.
It is the first time I've hunted for snow geese on the salt marsh, though. That's pretty unique. Not a lot of people do it. Roy, though, I know is one of the best. He's been really successful at it over the years, and we can see why now. You know, just with the sheer numbers of birds, the way they're moving, it's definitely a tactic to consider. It's something I'm going to put on my short list for next year.
Our American comrade Kevin Workman had an awesome experience hunting snows over a saltwater marsh. I know, as an avid hunter, hunting snows this way is very unique. The whole team was very proud to offer such a great experience.
We had an opportunity to do something cool. I was in the military for 8 years myself, so I have a lot of respect for all the veterans out there, so I'm glad that he had a good time.
Enjoying the camaraderie with friends and other people and making new friends, and it was a great day out here. You can't ask for anything more. It's a chance to shoot some snow geese with friends.
I'll tell you, it was a good time.
Good, glad to have you out here.
I appreciate it, really do.